Alright, hi. Today I'm going to be talking about the different reasons why you continue to get sick. I am a practical herbalist in training, and I'm really passionate about plant medicine and all the ways it can be used to heal the body. I believe that by connecting the mind to the body, or coming back to the body in an age where we live primarily in our heads, I think we can overcome a lot of sickness and illness that people put up or deal with day to day. I'm going to give you some tips that you can use in your life to overcome inflammation in the body by returning back to your body. So the first one we're going to talk about is stress. Stress is a huge factor in reoccurring illnesses because it compromises the immune system. It weakens you. It leaves you vulnerable to the common cold. Whereas if you weren't so stressed in a fight or flight state all the time, you wouldn't be as prone to getting sick all the time. So stress works in the body by, well, we'll start with your body, or your brain will recognize that you are in a stressful situation. So your hypothalamus is going to send a signal to your adrenal glands, which are located on top of your kidneys. And they are going to release the stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol. So adrenaline is responsible for increasing your heart rate and therefore increasing your blood pressure. And it's supposed to give you some more energy. While cortisol suppresses non-essential systems in the body while in a stressful situation, so it'll suppress the digestive system and the immune system while also releasing more glucose into the blood. So if that feedback loop never stops and you're just constantly telling your body, or your brain is just constantly telling your body that you are in a stressful situation, that feedback loop is never going to end. And your body is those systems that are being suppressed, and the side effects of these hormones being released are going to go on for a very long time, ending up in consequences for you and your body. So that's not what we want. We want to be able to relax the body. So my first tip is probably changing, or what would it be? Bringing your consciousness from your brain back into your body. So we live a lot up here. We think a lot, we doubt, we fear, we grieve. A lot of information that we're being given, or that we read, or that we hear about, is processed by our brain. And a lot of the time it is not processed in the body. So that's why emotional baggage is also a thing. So when you are stressed, you repress emotions. And emotions also play a huge role in causing reoccurring sickness, because emotions live in different parts of the body. There's a Chinese medicine chart that shows you which feeling or emotion lives in which organ. So sadness and grief in the lungs, fear in the kidneys, joy in the heart. I can't really remember the other ones, but I will put a little chart here for you to see. So stress and emotional baggage, like that combination, when you're stressed, you really don't want to think about other things. You put away emotion because you just want to get through the situation, or your brain is just preoccupied by the stressful situation that's in front of you. So the best way is to come back into your body. So by that, you can inhale. Most people do not inhale to their fullest potential. You're probably inhaling like this. You will notice that throughout the day, you're only breathing just slightly. Like, you're not really inhaling. You're just inhaling from your chest. So a proper breath would be from your diaphragm. And you inhale long, hold, and exhale for a couple seconds as well. And you do this a couple times until you return to your body. It'll feel like quenching your thirst. It'll feel like you haven't breathed in forever, and it'll feel really, really, really good in your body. Another tip I would have is going about your day without stimulating your brain. So like, let's say you're cooking or you're cleaning, or if you're the type of person that listens to music a lot or has a show in the background while you're doing something, all that is some form of stimulation. So if you're cooking, cook without noise, cook without music, just cook and be present. Or when you're cleaning, just be present. When you're on a walk, don't listen to music. That kind of thing. That constant stimulation, I think, sends the brain into a panic. You're just overloaded with so much information. You don't need all that. So come back into your body. Earthing is really good too. If you go outside and in the grass and just take off your shoes and you just walk around in the grass, you put your hands in the grass and you just sit with your breath, that should really help as well. Confronting your emotions is another thing. Realizing how you react in certain situations and not suppressing those emotions will really help you and help your body overcome sickness and illness that festers in the body with accumulated stress and emotional baggage. So, the next thing that I'm going to be talking about that contributes to reoccurring sickness is food sensitivity. I would recommend everybody get an allergy test done. A food sensitivity test or an allergy test done. I think it is super helpful. We're eating all the time, we're putting food in our body all the time, and you might be, I'm sure you're not unaware of the foods that trigger certain reactions in the body, but I think having confirmation and a clear picture of how your immune system reacts and how your digestive system reacts to certain foods. When you are constantly putting something into your body that is harmful to your body, or your body can't digest properly or absorb properly, it will trigger a response by your immune system. Your body will reject it. And over time, it might be fine. So like, let's say like you're eating said food for like a couple years. Your body is going to reach a point where it can no longer handle what it is that you're putting in it after years and years of no absorption and no digestion, and it will have different consequences and effects on the body. Since everything is connected, it will show up in different ways. Whether it's acne, whether it's digestive issues, constant sickness, so immune system. Food sensitivity is super important. I think it's important to feel good and feel good when you're eating something. So the most common ones, like for me, I can't eat gluten, I can't eat dairy, I can't eat eggs. Those are the main ones. And well, anything in excess can be harmful to your body. So excessive sweet, excessive salt, excessive fat, especially saturated fat, is not good for you. I recommend checking the labels on the things that you buy from the grocery store. If the list is like this long, you probably should not be eating it. So I actually recommend going on an elimination diet. So what you want to do is go on a diet for like 21 days. It shouldn't really be a diet, it's more so of a lifestyle. So what you want to do is limit the foods that you're eating, and it'll be very easy to see what foods are triggering certain reactions in your body. So like, let's say you eat something, it's very heavy and it hurts your stomach and it makes you feel very slow. Food should not make you feel tired. Food should make you feel energized. I feel like a lot of the time people are eating food that makes them very tired, very exhausted. Like after a meal, you shouldn't also, well, I guess eating in excessive amounts also contributes to feeling very, very tired. But your food should make you feel good. It should make you feel energized. It shouldn't have adverse effects, like bloating. Bloating usually means that you're backed up, though, but that's a topic for another video. And yeah, so food sensitivity is definitely something to watch out for. You will be able to eliminate certain foods and reintroduce other foods. Because when your digestive system is acting up, it doesn't matter what you put in it. So like, let's say you have inflammation in your digestive system, your small intestine, your large intestine, and your stomach. If you have inflammation in there that's not going away because you're continuing to eat the food that you know you shouldn't eat, other foods will also trigger that inflammation and the pain, because at that point it's reached the threshold of what it can handle. So no matter what you put into it, it will have a negative effect. And that's not fun. You don't want to feel icky after you've eaten. So, yeah. The last one would be nutrient deficiency. If you eat a very well, like I said, a very well balanced diet, you shouldn't really have a problem with nutrient deficiency. The ones to look out for are vitamin B, C, D, folic acid, I think that's what it's called. Omega is really important, or you can replace that with a fish oil. Vitamin D and fish oil taken together have incredible anti-inflammatory attributes. So you should take those. Omega is really important for your day, especially if you don't really eat fish or shellfish of any kind. Omega is really important. Also, vitamin D, if you live in America or anywhere cold, oftentimes winter lasts quite a while, so you will be deficient in vitamin D. And there are studies that link vitamin D to depression. So if you have a low vitamin D level in the body, it is often linked to having depression. And if you have depression, you most likely have a vitamin D deficiency. That is how it is. As for minerals, I would check iron, zinc. Magnesium is also really important. Magnesium is so good for your muscles. So if you work out a lot, or you do, I'm kind of going off the topic of what this is, reoccurring sickness. But if you have all the right vitamins in the body, all the things, because sometimes the body cannot make vitamins, or certain things are not naturally occurring in the body. So we need to give the body those things. And that will also strengthen your immune system, and therefore strengthen your body. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. I also do tarot readings for anyone who would like mental confirmation, emotional confirmation, spiritual healing. In that sense, I feel like healing comes with all parts of the body: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So if you would like a tarot reading from me, you can reach out to me at the email that I've put down below, and I will lead you through the instructions of moving forward. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.